Otto Kilcher from Alaska, the last frontier, is facing what could be the most challenging chapter of his life. Once one of the most respected reality stars in Alaska's rugged wilderness, Otto now stands at the edge of losing everything he worked so hard to build. The man who once embodied strength, resilience, and survival is now surrounded by controversy. Fans are heartbroken, asking themselves why would Otto risk everything and betray the trust that made him a household name? Why would he act in a way so inconsiderate to those who admired him? Across social media and online communities, questions pile up, and concern for Otto's future grows louder by the day. Will he survive the storm that now surrounds him, both literally and figuratively? Today, we'll uncover the story that has placed Otto Kilcher, Alaska's beloved star, at the center of public scrutiny and emotional debate. Otto Kilcher's journey toward greatness has always been marked by determination and hard work. For years, he symbolized the rugged, self-sufficient spirit that defines Alaska, the last frontier. Yet recent reports and rumors have left both fans and fellow Alaskans stunned. The discovery of troubling revelations about the star has caused widespread unrest. The internet is ablaze with speculation, and many are finding it hard to believe what they're hearing. To them, Otto's downfall feels like watching a dream dissolve before their eyes. As time passes, the truth behind these events continues to unfold. Painting a picture that threatens to shatter the legacy Otto spent his entire life building. Once upon a time, Otto Kilcher was considered one of the most admirable figures in reality television, a man whose grit and ingenuity defined what it meant to thrive in Alaska's unforgiving wilderness. But now, his reputation hangs in the balance. How did a man so loved become a subject of public doubt? What caused this sudden shift from admiration to criticism? If something isn't done soon, Otto could lose everything: his credibility, his livelihood, and the respect of the last frontier community. Before we can understand how it all fell apart, we need to look back at the life of Otto Kilcher, man who rose from humble beginnings to become one of Alaska's most admired personalities. From a young age, Otto showed signs of the determination that would one day define him. Life didn't hand him success. He earned it with hard work, perseverance, and an unbreakable spirit. He understood early on that success wasn't about luck, it was about effort. This mindset fueled his journey from an ordinary boy into an extraordinary craftsman and innovator. Otto's fascination with machinery began when he was just a child. He saw potential where others saw junk, finding life in broken tools and forgotten equipment. His passion became his purpose, and through tireless learning and hands-on practice, he transformed into a skilled mechanic and problem solver, while others around him pursued music and art. Otto's path led him to the world of machines. He became the family's go-to problem solver, the man who could fix anything with little more than creativity and grit. His family and community trusted him completely. He had proven himself time and time again. Long before fame found him, Otto had built a solid reputation across Alaska as a master mechanic and homestead craftsman. He fixed wagon wheels, generators, farm tools, anything that needed life breathed back into it. This not only earned him respect, but also gave him a sense of purpose and belonging. When Otto joined the Kilcher family homestead full-time, his mechanical talents became indispensable. With limited resources and harsh weather, Otto had to rely on creativity to make things work. His confidence grew with every project, and soon he was handling complex repairs and farm machinery with remarkable skill. He even spent time working in a logging camp, adding more experience to his growing portfolio. His curiosity and ambition pushed him further, leading him to establish two successful businesses: Coastal Freight and Salvage, Inc., and Apex Gear and Hydraulic Inc., both of which showcased his entrepreneurial drive. These ventures proved his ability to adapt and thrive in Alaska's demanding environment. Beyond machinery, Otto had a deep love for animals and agriculture. He became an important figure in livestock transport across Kakemak Bay, often using his family's boat, the Nanook, to move horses and other animals safely across the water. Working closely with his wife, Charlotte, Otto managed the marine logistics while she oversaw land operations. Together, they created a balance that strengthened the family's livelihood and reputation. His dedication to the land and its creatures also earned him leadership positions, including serving as chairman of the Fox River Cattlemen's Association, where he promoted sustainable cattle farming and stewardship. Otto Kilcher's big break came when he joined the hit Discovery Channel series Alaska, The Last Frontier. For Otto, this was more than just television. It was a chance to share his family's story and his way of life with the world. The show, which premiered in 2011, followed the Kilcher family as they relied on their resourcefulness to survive in the wilderness near Homer, Alaska. Otto's expertise with machines and his calm, practical problem-solving made him a standout star. He brought authenticity to the show, turning everyday challenges into lessons about perseverance and innovation. From repairing tractors to creating made hydraulic systems, Otto's ingenuity became a fan favorite. He wasn't just a reality star. He was a teacher, a craftsman, and a symbol of the Alaskan spirit. Fans admired his humility and his relentless work ethic. Over time, he appeared in more than 100 episodes, cementing his place as a cornerstone of the series. But just when it seemed Otto had everything under control, life took a dark and unexpected turn. During the filming of Season 7, tragedy struck. Otto suffered a serious accident that nearly claimed his life. While handling livestock, he was struck by a cow, thrown against an alder stump, and pinned down as the animal rolled over him. For several terrifying moments, Otto felt life slipping away. The remote location and brutal winter conditions made it nearly impossible for paramedics to reach him in time. Those nearby acted fast, knowing that any delay could be fatal. Though he survived, Otto was left with severe injuries, including fractured ribs, lasting pain that would change his life forever. The incident was a harsh reminder of the dangers that come with living on the edge of civilization. Otto's survival was nothing short of a miracle, but it also marked a turning point. Since then, fans have watched with concern as rumors and controversies have surrounded him. Whether he can rebuild his image and reclaim his former glory remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: Otto Kilcher's story is far from over. It's a tale of resilience, risk, and redemption in the face of life's most unforgiving frontier. Despite his painful ordeal, Otto Kilcher refused to let the tragedy define him. The recovery process was long, grueling, and filled with both physical pain and emotional struggle. For someone as active and hands-on as Otto, being forced into stillness felt like torture. Yet, in true Kilcher fashion, he remained unbroken. Surrounded by his family, especially his devoted wife Charlotte, Otto slowly began the healing process. Every breath he took and every step he managed to make was a victory. Even while bedridden, he continued to share his wisdom, directing repairs and projects through sheer willpower. His determination to recover was nothing short of inspiring. The Last Frontier community rallied behind him. Fans flooded social media with prayers and heartfelt messages, showing their unwavering support for the man who had given them years of entertainment and inspiration. To many, Otto wasn't just a television personality. He was a symbol of resilience, a man who had shown the world what it truly meant to live off the land and fight against all odds. The entire ordeal reminded everyone how fragile life in the Alaskan wilderness could be. It also deepened fans' respect for Otto, who had faced near death, yet continued to embody courage and determination. But as Otto slowly regained his strength, whispers began to circulate, rumors about behind-the-scenes tensions, production disagreements, and possible controversies that threatened to overshadow his legacy. Some fans speculated that the reality star's once spotless image had begun to crack, while others defended him, insisting that the pressures of fame and physical pain could push anyone to their limit. Whatever the truth was, one thing was clear: Otto's world had changed forever. He returned to Alaska, the last frontier, with a newfound perspective. Though his body was weaker, his spirit burned even stronger. He continued to take on challenges, repairing machinery, helping with livestock, and mentoring younger family members. But his approach was now more cautious and reflective. Viewers noticed a quieter, more introspective side of Otto, man who had stared death in the face and come back wiser. His presence on the show became not just about survival, but but about resilience, wisdom, and the importance of cherishing every moment life offers. Over the next few seasons, Otto's influence on the show remained undeniable. His deep knowledge of mechanics, his resourcefulness, and his unwavering commitment to the homestead became the backbone of the Kilcher family's survival story. Every time something broke, every time the odds stacked against them, Otto found a way to make it work. Whether it was reviving a broken-down tractor, fixing a water pump, or keeping the cattle alive through harsh winters, Otto's touch was always visible. He was the quiet force that kept the Kilcher legacy alive. However, the challenges didn't end there. The harsh Alaskan environment continued to test Otto and his family. Equipment failures, unpredictable weather, and increasing isolation made survival tougher than ever. On top of that, the toll of aging and old injuries began to weigh on Otto's body. Yet, despite it all, he never stopped working. He continued to push through pain, often saying that life in Alaska demanded one thing above all: endurance. In time, Otto became more than just a character on a reality show. He became a symbol of Alaskan perseverance. His story inspired thousands of viewers around the world, people who saw in him a reflection of their own struggles. He showed that no matter how hard life gets, the only true failure is giving up. And Otto never did. Even as controversies continued to swirl and health issues loomed, Otto's humility remained his defining trait. He rarely addressed gossip or public criticism directly. Instead, he let his actions speak louder than words. He focused on his family, his land, and the simple satisfaction of working with his hands. For him, that was enough. He believed that the truest form of success wasn't fame, was the peace that comes from living life on your own terms. Today, Otto Kilcher stands as a living testament to resilience, integrity, and the spirit of survival. His story reminds us that life on the last frontier isn't about glamour, it's about grit, heart, and perseverance. He has faced accidents, heartbreaks, and public scrutiny, yet through it all, he remains steadfast. Otto Kilcher's legacy continues to inspire not just Alaskans, but anyone who understands the meaning of hard work and the courage it takes to keep going. No matter what life throws your way, here's your text, fully rephrased and expanded into smooth, easy-to-understand narrative paragraphs, keeping every detail intact while adding depth, emotional tone, and clarity. Otto was eventually carried across a thick, snow-covered road by his family and first responders, their steps slow but determined. The freezing wind bit at their faces, and the path was anything but easy. Yet they pressed on, knowing that staying back would only worsen Otto's fragile condition at such a critical moment. Every second mattered. Once they reached the waiting vehicle, he was taken to a safer and more comfortable location, giving rescuers the chance to arrange an airlift to a trauma center where doctors could provide the urgent, specialized care he desperately needed. It was a situation Otto had never imagined finding himself in. One moment, life was ordinary. The next, he was battling for survival. In that terrifying moment, his only option was to place his trust in the medical professionals around him. When doctors finally assessed his condition, they discovered the severity of his injuries. His ribs were badly damaged and needed immediate attention. Without prompt treatment, his situation could have easily spiraled out of control. A skilled team of surgeons quickly intervened, performing a complex procedure to plate 4 of his broken ribs. Thankfully, the surgery went smoothly and Otto was closely monitored during his recovery. The road back to health wasn't quick or easy, but he faced it with remarkable courage. Even as the memories of the accident haunted him, Otto refused to let fear or pain slow him down. Instead, he focused on healing and expressed deep gratitude toward the doctors who had saved his life. When he finally regained his strength, he reached out to thank them personally, offering heartfelt words of appreciation. Later, in a candid post shared on Facebook, Otto opened up about his experience, revealing the profound impact the ordeal had on him. He reflected on the toll anesthesia takes on the body, saying, "If you look at the incredible amount of drugging that the liver has to clean after you've had some kind of total anesthetic, it's a terrible thing. So, I just try to be minimalistic and be alive for every moment of my life. Otto even recalled moments during surgery when he could feel the doctor stitching near his groin area. When the doc had to sew that groin area, I could actually feel the tugging, he said with a touch of humor and grit. You got to endure a little pain now and then. Around the same period, Otto's brother, Otto Kilcher, went through his own devastating ordeal. A year before Otto's near-death experience, ATS had survived a life-threatening accident while hiking near the family's property in Homer, Alaska. It was a horrifying incident that left him with multiple severe injuries: a broken arm, shoulder, ankle, and hip, along with crushed ribs and 2 punctured lungs, as his wife Jane shared at the time. The extent of his injuries shocked everyone. After surviving the terrifying accident, ATS took to Instagram to express his gratitude for life and for the unwavering love of his family. From his hospital bed, the 42-year-old wrote, "My broken bones are healing nicely, considering how many I broke. Lungs are holding strong, and every day I feel a little stronger. The busiest time of year is upon me, but I know my family has my back, and before long, I will be back amongst the walking." His message was one of hope and resilience, proof that even in pain, the human spirit can shine, for both Otto and ATS. These experiences marked painful seasons filled with fear and uncertainty. Yet, they never let those moments define them. Despite their traumas, both brothers returned to Alaska, the last frontier, with renewed strength and determination. Otto, in particular, revisited the exact location of his accident, not out of recklessness, but as a symbolic gesture to face his past and acknowledge how far he had come. Once back on set, Otto reclaimed his place as one of the show's most admired figures. His passion, skill, and humor once again lit up every episode, and fans couldn't get enough of him. Week after week, viewers tuned in eagerly to see what challenge he'd take on next. By the time The Last Frontier stopped filming in 2022, Otto had earned a special place in everyone's heart. His courage and authenticity made him not just a TV personality, but an inspiration. However, after the show went off air, rumors began circulating online. Various stories and speculations emerged, ranging from possible show revivals to troubling gossip about cast members. What started as harmless jokes soon spiraled into serious online debates. Fans were confused as fragmented bits of information began to surface, many of which painted disturbing pictures about Otto's health. Before long, the situation escalated. Some online users began spreading claims that Otto was in critical condition, while others went as far as saying he had passed away. Within 24 hours, social media was flooded with tributes mourning the supposed death of the beloved reality star. Fans everywhere were heartbroken, sharing old clips and emotional posts. Though no official confirmation had been made, days turned into weeks, and Otto remained silent, which only fueled speculation. However, as the false news continued to spread, Otto eventually broke his silence. He firmly denied the rumors, clarifying that he was very much alive and simply taking a step back from public attention. This wasn't the first time Otto had faced such a situation. Back in 2016, following his surgery, similar rumors had spread about his condition. Just as before, he reassured his supporters that he was doing well and preferred to live a quieter, more peaceful life away from constant media noise. Otto later explained that he had learned to value stillness and privacy more than anything. Fans were overjoyed to see him well and optimistic about returning to the homestead. Despite the rumors, his resilience and sense of humor remained intact. And supporters of Alaska, The Last Frontier continued to hope for his comeback. Throughout his life, both on and off the show, Otto has faced countless challenges. Whether battling the harsh Alaskan wilderness or confronting life-threatening injuries, he has never once backed down. His strength and endurance, shaped by years of hands-on experience in the wild, have become his defining traits. Living in isolation taught him resilience, patience, and resourcefulness, lessons that continue to inspire many today. From his first appearance on Alaska, The Last Frontier, to the show's final season, Otto proved that no dream is too big if you're willing to work for it. The fans of the show still hold on to hope that one day it will return to TV screens. Until then, they remain loyal, remembering the lessons and legacy of the Kilcher family brought into their lives. Otto Kilcher's story begins long before fame. Born on April 21, 1952, in Homer, Alaska, he grew up surrounded by wilderness and hard work. His parents, Yule and Ruth Kilcher, were Swiss immigrants who settled in Alaska during the 1940s, driven by a deep desire to live sustainably and independently. They built a life rooted in self-sufficiency, raising their children off the grid and teaching them the values of endurance and community. Otto, the sixth child, grew up alongside his siblings ATs, Faye, Katkin, Stella, Mossy, Sunrise, and Wertila, all of whom contributed to the family's homestead life from an early age. Otto showed a strong interest in machinery and practical problem-solving. His mechanical talent quickly earned him respect within the family. Rather than using his knowledge for superiority, he used it to help everyone around him. The Kilcher's lifestyle wasn't just about survival. It was a philosophy. Otto's father, Yule Kilcher, was more than a homesteader. He was also a filmmaker and served as a delegate at Alaska's Statehood Constitutional Convention. Later becoming a state senator from 1963 to 1967,